children. Tell me, which animals do you know are kept as pets? Probably we all know about dogs being the most common, followed by cats. Some prefer having birds like parrots or lovebirds, and some may even like having tortoise or fishes. But have you heard of anyone around you claiming to have a monkey as a pet? Just imagine the havoc that you could experience if you were to have a monkey as a pet. Today, we are going to enjoy the lesson Adventures of Toto by Ruskin Bond. This is an humorous, adventurous, and amusing story of the antics of a mischievous monkey, Toto. So let's enjoy. The narrator's grandfather brought Toto, a little red monkey, from a Tonga driver for 5 rupees. The Tonga driver had tied the monkey to a feeding trough so that he does not run away. When the narrator's grandfather saw the monkey, he had a desire to add him to the collection of animals which he had in his zoo at home. He was a pretty monkey with a bright and mischievous eyes. He was so naughty that he would scare Anglo-Indian ladies by showing his teeth. He had dry hand with quick fingers, and he would use his tail as his third hand. It helped him hang from the branch of a tree. He also used it to lift objects which were beyond his hand's reach. Toto's presence was kept a secret from the narrator's grandmother because she did not approve of new pets to the already existing pets. Toto was put in a closet opening in the narrator's bedroom wall. In order to be sure that Toto did not escape, they tied him to a hook in the wall. The naughty monkey did not stay there for long. He tore the ornamental wallpaper and pulled out the hook. He also tore the narrator's blazer in shreds. Grandfather was quite delighted with Toto's adventure instead of being angry. He said that Toto was so clever that if they would have given him more time, he would have tied the thin pieces of the narrator's torn blazer into a rope and would have escaped out of the window. After this, Toto was put in a big cage in the servants' quarters. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and the narrator's pet goat already lived peacefully over there. Toto was very mischievous. He did not let the animals sleep at night. The next day, grandfather had to go to Saharanpur to collect his pension. As Toto was unmanageable, grandfather decided to take Toto along with him to Saharanpur. The narrator was disappointed as he could not accompany his grandfather and Toto on the trip. Grandfather had got a special bag for Toto. It was made of a strong material, canvas. Some straw was put at the bottom of the bag to make it comfortable. The bag had a zipper on top of it. The narrator's grandfather ensured that when the bag was closed, Toto would not be able to escape out of it. So, when Toto tried to come out of the bag, he could only make it roll about on the floor and jump with it on the air. These movements were noticed by the people on the railway platform and made them curious to know what was inside the bag. On reaching Saharanpur, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and grinned widely at the ticket collector when grandfather was producing his ticket. The ticket collector initially got a shock, but after recovering quickly, he asked grandfather to pay for the animal. The ticket collector referred to the monkey as a dog, and this annoyed grandfather. Grandfather tried to convince ticket collector that Toto was a monkey and not a dog, but the ticket collector was firm that Toto fell in the category of dogs. Grandfather had to pay 3 rupees for Toto's ticket. In order to take revenge from the ticket collector, he took out his pet tortoise from his pocket and asked if he was supposed to buy a ticket for it too. The ticket collector took a close look at the tortoise, pushed it slightly, and announced that grandfather was not required to buy a ticket for it, as it did not fall in the category of a dog. The narrator's grandmother finally came to know of Toto's presence in the house. She allotted him space in the stable along with the family donkey Nana. On the first night of his stay, grandfather visited Toto and found him hung on the donkey's long ears with his teeth. After this incident, the donkey and Toto never became friends. Toto used to love hot water bath in winters. Grandmother would give him a large bowl of warm water, and Toto would first test its temperature with his hand. Then he would step into it gradually, one foot after the other. He would sit comfortably with water up to the neck, then rub soap all over himself with his hands and legs. When the water would cool down, he would run out quickly and reach the kitchen fire to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this act, he would get hurt and refuse to take a bath. The narrator recollects an incident when Toto had almost boiled himself. One day, Toto saw a large kitchen kettle left on the fire to boil for tea. He removed the lid and found the water warm enough for a bath. He got in with his head out of it. A little while later, he began to boil. He thought of coming out, but as the temperature outside was cold for him, he stayed in it. Toto kept on jumping in the kettle for a while. It was grandmother who noticed Toto and removed the half-boiled monkey out of the kettle. The narrator recollects another incident when Toto created a lot of mischief. At lunchtime, a dish of rice was placed on the dining table. When the family reached to eat, they found Toto eating it. The narrator's grandmother screamed at Toto, and in response, he threw a plate at her. When the aunts tried to catch Toto, he threw a glass of water on their face. When the grandfather arrived, Toto left the place through a window with the dish of rice along with him. Toto remained out the entire afternoon. He sat on a branch of the jackfruit tree, determined to eat all the rice. As the grandmother had screamed on him, he wanted to annoy her further. And so, after eating the rice, he threw the dish. It broke into several pieces. Finally, grandfather realized that Toto was not suitable to be kept at home. They could not afford the frequent losses that he gave them. He tore clothes, curtains, wallpapers, and broke dishes. So, grandfather sold Toto back to the same Tonga driver for a sum of 3 rupees. So, children, hope you all enjoyed the story as much as I enjoyed narrating it. Thank you.